called the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. MKG and Marvin Williams holding down the forward spots. And it's Jefferson in at the 5, down low. Watson's shot is good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
On defense, Miami. It's a three-point game. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Now Whiteside.
The Heat showed no mercy against the rest of the Eastern Conference and really overwhelmed a lot of teams with their offensive punch, particularly if they were defending well, because that allowed them to get out into the open court.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Williams, a screen on Curry. Walker goes in. Can't get it to go. Now the Heat take it the other way. Here's Whiteside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Jefferson. Williams kicks to Jefferson. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Watson, the pass to Wade. Outside for Curry. Pass the baddest one. Wade, a screen on Walker. Back to Curry. Here's the 3. Hornets with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And Wade sends it back. Henderson dishes to Jefferson. Williams attacking. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Goes back up. And it's Curry with the rebound. Dwayne Wade last season.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible. It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Here's Walker. Following the score by Miami.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Unloads from 9. Watson's shot is good. Watson's got 5 points so far.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
So Charlotte calls timeout. Their first time.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run, and thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run, so a timeout is appropriate here.
And some changes here for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Steph Curry. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Rambo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Cody Zeller comes in for Williams. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And it's Williams in for Gerald Henderson.
Well, Cody Zeller out of Indiana, the younger brother of Tyler Zeller, who was drafted in 2012. And Cody at 6'11" played center for the Hoosiers. More of a power forward, though, at the NBA level.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And as most of you know, Cody Zeller from a family of 7-footers with older, bigger brothers. He had to develop his guard skills and learn to score away from the basket.
You know, Kevin, he actually played point guard on his high school JV team, going back a few years. So he has the skills to play the 4. He's an underrated athlete, too, and I thought that would be the case, having watched him at Indiana. I like what I've seen from him this far. It's seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
That's good.
Well, we'll see if that shot breaks things open a little bit. It's been a slow start.
Hopefully that gets them on the right track here, Steve.
And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and that one's good by Bosch.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Walker against Anderson. Here's the screen. Walker goes in. Off on the lane.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Heat out front, up by 15. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Well, it's amazing what a year can do, isn't it? With them Bobcats, now Hornets looked completely lost heading into last season. But with the additions they made, I think they have the ship back on track.
Steph Curry's out there with Dimes. Then there's baddest one. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Whiteside in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Pass to Curry. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Curry's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Miami. As you said, Charlotte, really one of the teams that took a lot of people by surprise last year. Big turnaround. Spearheaded by a wonderful presence in the locker room, Big Al Jefferson.
Yeah, and a tremendous presence on the floor, too, as a post scorer and guy that demanded double teams. The organization saw that things were wide open in the East. They could have sat on their hands and stood pat, but they went after Al Jefferson and got a centerpiece to build on.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, you have to love that Goran Dragic is known as, quote, the Dragon. He said, when I was first in Phoenix, no one could pronounce my last name, so Steve Nash started calling me by that nickname. At the same time, the logo of my home city is a dragon, so it's a perfect fit. I'm really proud of my country, and I'm proud to represent the Dragon. Kevin?
Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia, his hometown, a beautiful city. Been there many times. Thanks, Doris. Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Lance Stevenson. Williams attacking. Charlotte no good that time either.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Watson kicks to Curry. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the Heat making a change here. Chalmers is checked in. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Park. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He told them to always have their eyes up, always be looking for passing lanes and ways to get the ball into the low post. That was the brunt of his message. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think, held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But, you know, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And here are the Heat. They've picked up 11 straight. And Curry, here we go. Whiteside, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And Miami making a change here. Bosch is checked in. Tipped away. Williams kicks to Anderson. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Curry. The Hornets also changing it up. Biyombo is checked in for Jefferson. And it's Kemba Walker in for Mo Williams. Dragic gets the bucket.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding. Well, you know, both of these teams certainly in the conversation when you talk about NBA dynasties. With some epic finals performances to show for it. Always a pleasure to watch these two teams face off.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Williams sets a screen for Henderson. On the wing, Williams. He dishes it to Henderson. And nothing but air on that one.
And they needed that hoop to try to stop this run.
They just seem to keep coming up empty. They've got to slow it down and get a good shot. After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
The Hornets have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. And stylistically, the Spurs and the Heat at different ends of the spectrum, certainly, Steve. The Spurs averse to the glitter and the glamour.
Yeah, whereas in Miami, you got the pyrotechnics, the fog machines. It's star power all the way. And I think in a way, the NBA kind of needs both approaches. They both have their place. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Dragic kicks to Chalmers. Bosch going around him. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a humongous.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Miami ahead, running away with this one. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute an offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. You know, baddest one has been exceptional here, guys.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Henderson and NKG will fill out the wings. Al Jefferson out there with Williams. And it's Walker in at the point. Clark, Charlotte for so long had been the team to beat up on in the East, but they turned the tides on everyone last season.
And, you know, sometimes you can expect a team to turn it around if they have an injury or two the year prior, but Charlotte, I think, took a lot of teams by surprise last year.
On the topic of Charlotte in the East, they brought in a lot of talent, and it was really a difference maker for them. You could tell early on they were a different team last year.
Well, I tell you what, the talent in Charlotte is one thing, and it has improved, but they also played a much more aggressive brand of basketball. I thought they did a nice job attacking the basket, and because they attacked as much as they did, they drew a lot of fouls. And I think that's one of the reasons they moved up in the standings in the Eastern Conference.
And that one's good.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the all-star weekend, no D.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.